Hello, Gene Schwimmer here, and well, once again, I had a subject all lined up for today and out the window because of late breaking news that I want to talk about instead. So it was reported that some guy set himself on fire. He tried to set himself on fire in front of the White House. I don't know, it just gets worse and worse. He won. Just accept that Donald Trump is the president of the United States. It's just amazing. Well, I can understand part of the mindset because these people expected Hillary Clinton to win and cement into history Obama's attempt to fundamentally remake the country. And it's not going to be remade, it turns out, or it's going to just be the great country that it always was. And to the extent that it's not the great country that it was, Donald Trump says he's going to make the country great again. So we've got all the bases covered. What I want to talk about right now, since we started out with Donald Trump, like a lot of people, I have my ups and downs about Donald Trump. There are the things about him I like, things about him I don't like, mostly his personality. And I think he's wrong on a lot of things about trade. I understand what he's doing. I think there are other ways to accomplish what he wants to accomplish, especially vis-a-vis China, but I understand what he's doing, and he's doing it. I can't stop him, so he's doing it. But what I do like about Donald Trump is that he's very, I guess you would call it creative. When he runs into opposition, he comes up with an idea that, number one, points out hypocrisy in his critics, but number two, is the kind of thing where you smack your head and you say, this is so obvious. Why didn't I think about that? And this one is on immigration. Sanctuary cities, you've probably all heard by now, he's strongly considering, and I hope he goes through with it, sending all these, how many are they? Just this month, 100,000 illegal aliens we've captured at the border. He can only hold them for 20 days, and because Congress refuses to deal with them, he has to let them go. So what he's going to do is, he said, and he's frustrated by these sanctuary cities that say illegal immigrants are welcome, even if somebody is arrested for a crime, and we have them in jail. We're not going to alert the federal authorities to come in, ICE to come in and get these criminals and get them out of the country. So he said, okay, well, if you sanctuary cities, you want these immigrants so much, don't care if they're legal, illegal, if they're criminals, MS-13, whatever, they're all welcome. Well, you can have them. That's what he said, and that's what he's said he's strongly considering, and I hope that he does it. When he has to release these immigrants these illegal aliens after 20 days, he's going to drop them off in these sanctuary cities. Let the sanctuary cities that have already said that they're welcome, let them take care of them. So you go ahead, Donald Trump. I hope he does it. I hope he makes a special effort to drop them off in San Francisco, which is a sanctuary. Actually, the whole state of California is a sanctuary state, but San Francisco is in Nancy Pelosi's district. So you definitely want to drop a bunch of illegal aliens off there. If you've been reading the papers at all, if you've been following the news, they have a big problem already with homeless, just camping out on the streets, human feces all over the place. And there was one large organization, the name slips my mind, but they canceled the convention because the streets of San Francisco are so unsafe and so dirty and so unpleasant to walk along. So, well, you're going to have a bunch more people to take care of. You're going to have a bunch more homeless people to take care of, and good for you. More power to you. Have fun. And I would also make a special effort. As I said in my last video, I just moved from New York, and this is one of the reasons. New York, the whole state, I think, thanks to the governor, Cuomo, but definitely de Blasio, who is a far left liberal, has made it clear that illegal immigrants are welcome in New York, so drop a bunch of them off in New York. And while you're at it, I guess you could try Albany too. That's the capital of New York State. But definitely New York. I don't live there anymore, so I don't care. Have fun. Well, I feel bad for my friends who are going to have to deal with this, but That's what they want. I mean, they should actually, if you're familiar with the name Saul Alinsky, he is well, he's dead now. He died many decades ago, but he kind of wrote it's called Rules for Radicals. It's the playbook for the far left to achieve their goals. And he has these, well, one of the rules, the one I want to talk about briefly, is make the other side live by their own rules. And that's what he's doing. He's going to make them live by their own rules as far as immigration goes. Okay, immigrants, illegals are welcome. Then they're welcome in your cities and will give you more than you can shake a stick at. And what's very interesting, I just put up the article, the headline. I linked to these articles in the comments below the video so that you can read the whole article if you want. But it's interesting to see how they're protesting, these liberals who, especially in California. But of course, what Alinsky did not realize at the time or could not foresee is, well, you know, the old saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if we're talking about making people live by their own rules, what works for the left also works for the right. And that's what we have right now with Trump's proposed policy on shipping these illegal immigrants. And he said not to sanctuary cities, but only to sanctuary cities. So we're talking about a lot of illegal, well, I call them unlawful aliens. We're talking about a lot of unlawful aliens here. And where the making them live by their own rules part comes in, that, well, I'm over here in Tennessee. I'm very far away from California, but I can hear the complaints all the way over here, and I can read them. I got them right from the article, right here, my little pad. So just let me read, well, here we go. California immigrants' rights advocates blasted the idea, Trump's idea, as political payback. Quote, "This was just another attempt to demonize and dehumanize immigrants as part of Trump's hate-filled agenda," John Rodney, a spokesman for the California Immigrant Policy Center, said after initial reports of the plan came out. But people aren't buying it. Sanctuary cities really are on the right side of history. It's about upholding our values of compassion and common humanity. Okay, well, if that's true, then you're going to get to be on the right side of history, even more on the right side of history than you could have ever have imagined, possibly if Trump's plan goes through, and you'll be able to uphold your values and, show your compassion to your heart's content, and more power to you. And, this is really good. The Reverend Deborah Lee, she's the executive director of the Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity in Oakland. That's in California. She's an immigrant rights leader. And, well, I'll just quote from the article. She said Thursday evening that a proposal to, quote, "use people as political pawns is really loathsome." Really loathsome, unquote. So it's really loathsome to do what you say you want. I get it. It's just not in my backyard, the NIMBY. Is that what this is? Not in my backyard. You want all these illegal immigrants, and we should accept them in unlimited numbers. And you have these sanctuary cities especially set up to receive them. And now you don't want them. I don't understand. I really don't. So you need to explain it. And I will wait for that explanation. You'll probably have another video from me before you get that explanation. So, signing off for now, and see you soon.